It's a new
nose mouth.
subspecies of dinosaur with nose mouth. The end. You're welcome, everyone. Good night. I'm done.
You are going to be an absolute fucking pill tonight, aren't you?
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Phixius 5. It's a night.
Well, that's when you push the fucking button.
Are we
I'm
live
sad.
for real?
I pushed the button.
I know.
Sweet.
Nobody said
Okay,
anything.
well, I didn't hear you.
Okay, you got to go over there.
Apparently.
I love you, but you got to go
Apparently.
over there.
Anyway, hi. Welcome in. Our sponsor for tonight is Canadian Dice. You can go to Canadian Dice and get 15% off of your dice order at checkout by using the code TheVactare, one word. Maggie, what's your dice pick of the week?
Coffee. It was espresso, but it has an X in it, so it's espresso.
Ugh.
Fast
Coffee
dice.
or the spelling?
Is that how we pronounce that in Canada? I don't remember.
No. We actually pronounce
Okay.
it correctly.
Oh, okay. Very good.
Hey, but it's Ryan.
Espresso. What about it? Why'd you pick it, Mags?
Because it's like a unique kind of tawny, like brown caramely color, which is really nice for fall. Also, I feel like brown is an unappreciated color,
Mhm.
and I think it just would look so good mixed within so many dice sets. And also, like, if you had like a ranger or a druid or a bard, I just think it would look really nice.
Yeah, if you were going for like a druid or a ranger vibe for your dice sets, for sure, it would go really well with like green and gold.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really pretty. So you can get that at CanadianDice.ca and get 15% off with the code TheVactare. There's also lots of other stuff there, and it's not just limited to dice. There's handmade dice bags, there's pins, there are stickers and dice trays or dice mats.
Don't forget, there's an adventure that
And-
Jeremy and Ryan wrote.
An
Yes,
adventure
it's
written
great.
by Jeremy and Ryan called Cirque du Solis. If you're ever curious about what that's all about, there is a live play available on our YouTube under the Natural One Shots. You guys did like the final play test before it went live on the website.
We
It was so
didn't
much fun.
die. It was
And
Go
great.
to CanadianDice.ca and you can get this cat dungeon master.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
the Dungeon
Yeah.
Meowster.
Yeah.
Put that up on my board.
Yeah.
Somewhere I have just a...
What do we got scheduling wise? Tomorrow morning, we have Together Among the Stars at 11:30 a.m. with Dungeon Daddy Rick and Terry, I believe, is the guest tomorrow morning. Yes, perfect. Sunday,
I gave
we
a thing, didn't I?
Nope. Sunday, we got Legacy of Fire at 7:30 over on DM Jeremy's channel. Monday, we've got Mistwalkers right back here at 8:30 for stuff and things, and they finally left Valishan, so that'll be fun. And they're in Barovia, which is perfect for spooky season.
Mhm.
Wednesday, we have Wasteland Saga over on Goodman Games Official at 9 o'clock. And Thursday, back with Song of Crystal and Shadow at 8:30 p.m. As always, you can get our merch at tinyurl.com/macmerch. And our podcast of all of our live plays is available at wherever you download your podcasts, logically. So, that all said, take 2 seconds so Artemis can cut the announcements for said podcast. And then you can take it away.
Anyways. Sure. Last time you guys made your way through the Sommeline Woods and met some treants, made some new friends, you know, because that's what you do. And Aster likes to terrify Ram. It's fine. And they gave you a lift to the big tree at the center of the forest, where you crossed through a gate and ended up in a place you did not expect. AKA the Feywild. But the Feywild is in the wrong spot. Something happened where the Feywild is on the wrong side of the gate. And you don't really know why. and you found yourself through the gate and alone on the other side. And you can tell that something is definitely wrong with the Feywild because the sky is in a perpetual twilight with stars overhead. And you decided that you were gonna make your way to the temple where supposedly Karani's village leader is. After discovering that it's come to the end of her life cycle, and there are people gathering to say goodbye.
Lies.
Karani is completely in denial at this point.
She's fine.
Is Cottonwood here?
Not so far. You haven't seen them yet.
I keep my passive perception rolling for Cottonwood.
You made your way into the Fire Bramble Woods, where O let you know that you were close by to where they had met Kovu the bear, who had sort of helped them when they were in the Feywild the last time. And you decided to stop there to see if maybe they could help you get to the temple faster. And that's kind of where we had left off. It was night, like it was camp. You had just made camp and everything was settled in for the night. Karani had bad dreams. And it is what you can guess is morning. You slept, everybody rested. But the sky overhead does not change. Last time that any of you were here, there was a clear night and day. And now, not so much.
So, did the sky just stop working?
I guess so.
Does that, like, happen normally, Karani?
I don't know.
The last time you were here.
It wasn't like that when O was here.
No.
Before, right? No.
No.
I
Look
think
at your star maps or do anything about it. Maybe gain some intuition using, I don't know, something like Arcana.
Master can try, sure. You should have gotten rid of your levels of exhaustion now because you used Greater Restoration on the one.
That's what I was
and then
wondering.
you slept. I think I have to give you a long rest though for that. Hold on. One moment, please. An 18 for Aster.
Mhm.
Aster takes out their star map and kind of looks it over, looks up at the sky a few times, looks back at their star chart, then looks at all of you and says, "The Feywild's not where it's supposed to be."
What does that mean?
Thanks, babe.
Killing it.
Good job. Definitely didn't realize that already.
Ma'am, as you come to out of your 4-hour slumber from the night, your voice box is not working correctly. You sound different. You know that the magics of the Feywild sort of affect you more so than others.
Do I recognize it, or is my party just looking at me funny?
Hey, I have to go fix the TV. I'll be
Insight
back in
check.
like a few minutes.
Get an insight check on yourself. I want to see. Yeah, you notice.
Do I sound funny to anybody else?
your voice is not the same. But I do not know why.
Oh.
It is more musical, Ram. Maybe it is the Fae.
Is it okay though? You can still understand me?
Yes. Yes, you just sound very musical. I like music.
Okay.
As you say that, Ram, there is sort of like a rumbling sound from in your chest cavity, and the door bursts open, and Reggie sort of falls out onto the ground in front of you. Reggie has doubled in size. He no longer fits in your chest cavity.
Oh, dear. Hello, son.
Kind of sits up and he looks up at you and he's like, Mom, I had a weird dream. The rest of you hear him talking.
Reggie?
Yes.
Reggie. Can talk. Reggie, hi.
He's
He
always
like
been able
rubs
to
his
talk.
head.
Wait, you
What's wrong with
understand
your
him now?
rat?
I don't know. He seems fine. Are you okay?
Hmm.
I just had a weird dream and fell out of bed.
You fall all the way out of my chest chassis.
Oh. How did I get down here?
You're very big.
Kind of like looks down at himself. Whoa.
Well, we're in the Feywild, so I guess this tracks.
It was a strange trip through that door we went through.
And we didn't end up where we were supposed to, so I think we've been waylaid.
Yes. And the sky seems lost. It is not
He looks up
the
at
way
the sky.
it was the last time I was here. I do not know why.
Perfect. So we're lost. The Feywild's lost. Everything's terrible. Wonderful. Let's keep going.
Well, isn't travel through the Feywild pretty straightforward? You just have to not focus on where you're going.
That sounds
That is
familiar.
how- I got here that way last time, too. I was not focused. I was chasing a bug, and then I found myself here. Differently than this time, though.
Yeah, the last time you came here, you stepped through a patch of mushrooms.
I
Stepped
doubt I
into
saw that
into a
before I
circle of
ended up in it.
mushrooms. Yeah, you stepped into a circle of mushrooms.
Fair enough.
And then you were here.
What should we do next? Things are strange.
We're gonna go find Kovu and hope that they got a shortcut to the temple we need to go to.
Yes, that is right. I remember now.
Might as well go then.
Are you okay, Karini?
Sure. We should
Insight check.
probably hurry.
Make an insight check on Karini if you want. Karini, you can make a deception check if you're trying to lie about it.
14.
Deception. 11.
Karini's lying. She's lying.
I start digging around in the bag of holding.
Which way do we go then?
It is this way. Down this path.
All right.
You begin wandering, and there's like a game trail that O takes you on that sort of winds back and forth through the woods, very twisty and turny. And you end up deeper and deeper into these woods, and it takes you the better part of the day to get sort of, it feels like you're going nowhere, even though you can tell that you are going somewhere. It's just there is a lot of the same kind of trees and things like that. You do see a lot of the same little fey creatures and stuff like that. But Karini, because of where you grew up in particular, the fact that you were so close to the Fey Gate growing up, you sort of are attuned to that. Everything here feels just out of step.
Okay.
Everything feels incorrect, and it's like itchy but inside your head. And you can tell that something is very wrong.
I'm not a fan of whatever's happening here. It doesn't feel right. I mean, I can't say I've been in the Feywild that many times, but it's not right. Something's not right.
I think that's pretty evident. Given my voice change, Reggie's now massive. The sky isn't right. Everything seems out of step. We
Yeah.
didn't go where we were supposed to when we went through a door that was being guarded.
Yeah, no one else is here.
No.
And we all
Maybe-
went through supposedly the same place. Unless
Maybe
they did it.
we might have been sent someplace by whoever put us through the door. Someplace different. This is different.
This is the work of a hag.
Why? Why would
Just
they
a guess.
bother?
Always hags.
Because hags like to see people suffer.
Well, good work. Mission accomplished. The cat is behind me. I said mission accomplished, and he's like, it's like,
Good job,
sorry,
kitty."
buddy. Yeah.
So all of you notice that your emotions are much more heightened here. Your, like, Ram, when you came through, your anxiety had climbed up. It's higher than you think it should be. Karini, whatever you've got going on is higher than it should be. If it's the anger or if it's the just denial, whatever it is. Oh, you had ADHD before? It's really bad now.
ADHD on, like, cocaine.
Yes. It's like
Yep.
when you
watch
give
out, world.
Costa catnip, it's really bad.
So O is zooted is what you're saying.
Pretty much.
Great.
None of you
Great.
saw
Good-
O take any
Good
mushrooms.
luck, everyone.
But O is leading you down this trail, but they are going from, like, side to side to side across the pathway, looking at things. Their little kanku feet just scuttling along the way. Well, hi, Manny.
Oh, baby.
He's a good boy.
Oh. A cat
And-
has entered the chat.
He doesn't.
Aster is
Yay.
most definitely asleep on your head.
Are the eyes closed, though?
They're not.
Yeah.
Elise, you probably would notice this too. Everything where you are feels wrong. Everything feels just out of step.
Hold on, I have an important character moves question. What is this orange cat?
Manny.
Mm.
Who?
Manny.
I thought you said mayonnaise, and I'm like, that's an amazing cat name.
That's my next cat's name.
It is a good cat name.
Rename
that's
Alpha
Manny.
to mayonnaise?
Mayonnaise Hellmans.
There you go.
Okay. So what's wrong?
Everything feels
So-
wrong.
Everything, you can tell. So you're in the Feywild, and you can tell that everything just feels off. Like, you can tell that everything feels just slightly out of step with itself. Nothing is the way that it should be. And all of your emotions are very heightened. Whatever you feel extra. You have big feelings today.
Elise is pretty extra.
Yes.
Even more big feelings.
The stone in your chest aches.
Oh.
I check it. Does it look normal?
It looks normal. It just
How do the
hurts.
strings look?
The strings are there. They look pretty much the same that they always have. Maybe a little bit more tangible than normal, but there. And O is leading you down a trail towards where Cove of the Bear is.
Elise, I have seen a lot of butterflies today, and also some bugs, and also there's a lot of shiny things in the leaves, but I think that it might be Ram because when they move, their boob sparkles, and I keep getting distracted by all of the things. It's a very, very strange day today.
It is a very strange day today, isn't it not? But
Yes.
what? Why do we even exist to go through such trials? Why do we exist just to suffer? Elise drops on their knees, holding their hands up. Why?
Angst.
Oh, and Maggie, because you weren't here last time, when you came through the gate into the Feywild, your shroud that you're wearing, the beadwork on it doesn't sit still. It moves. It's like the bird on your chest is alive, and it moves around on the cloth.
Talk?
Nope, it just moves.
Okay.
Ram's axe is purple, and Aster's staff is like vibrating.
It's a Hitachi now.
O is vibrating also. Like...
And also, Reggie is the same size as Beeboop.
What?
Yep, he just fell out of Ram's chest.
He is riding Beeboop.
Yes.
Oh, silver!
Quite literally.
Silver.
Clink, 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 clink.
I host silverware.
Yeah.
Name of the episode.
So good.
Dang it.
Yep.
Okay, well, I think every once in a while, just to kind of keep O from, I don't know, vibrating themselves into oblivion, Ram will pull
Just
out.
explode into feathers.
Ram will pull out a beetle from the bag of colding.
Oh. Ram!
Slowly.
My beetles!
One bite at a time. Ah, there it goes.
Oh no.
You take it out, and like you're just about to say "oh," and it's just like
Like a smoke cloud in my hands.
Beetle vacuum.
there's like the little black outlines of where it used to be, just going dink dink dink.
A few legs still left twitching. No beetle.
Ew.
that was delicious, Ram. Do you have another one? Are there more?
Yes. Yes, I have more.
Excellent. Because I'm hungry.
I know, but
I'm hungry.
we have to ration them until we find more.
Yes, I will share them with all of you. It is okay. We should not eat things here, but you can eat my beetles too. There are probably enough.
O has a bag that resets at dawn with 25 beetles in it. So
I could always wait.
It's the bag of beetle holding. Excellent.
I just keep it in the bag of colding because then they're like popsicles.
I can always make food.
he's like growling at me.
Pasta.
But
Yes,
why
you can.
do we exist? Nobody has answered my plight.
We exist
What?
because we were made to.
But I was.
I think.
What?
Go, Elise.
Oh
So
boy.
we-
Where's the bear? Are we there yet?
No, it is not quite there yet. We will be there soon. I think there's a butterfly over there. I'm going to go find it. I'll be back.
No, stay on the path. I pull out some rope and lasso a kangaroo.
Like one of those child leashes with a butt,
Yeah,
like
Make a
like a little
dexterity
like
check. Make a dexterity check, both of you.
it's like a teddy bear
Ooh,
backpack, but it's actually a leash.
15.
With a kangaroo on it. Thank goodness they can't fly. Okay, hold on here. Okay, how do I do that? Okay, grab the 20, put it in the box, let it go. Oh.
No, you don't catch O.
Oh!
I actually didn't roll that with the dexterity roll. I just rolled the d20.
Yeah,
full
so what is
stop,
your dexterity?
You beat me, unless you have a negative.
+3. It was a 19. Yes.
Yeah, you definitely didn't get
I
to.
hop off.
You went to get the
Okay.
rope and O was already gone.
Well,
I just get the lasso ready for when they come back.
Oh, why
I
did
just keep-
everybody leave me?
He's left you!
You realize that Elise is still 50 feet behind you on the path on their knees.
Karini just keeps
That's like
walking in the same
part of my
direction we were
tragic
going.
backstory.
Would you get up, please?
I feel like we might be in the realm of PMS. I figured it
Really
out.
thinking that to us.
I go back,
Great.
I pick Elise up, throw them over my shoulder, and keep walking.
Yell for the Kenku.
Oh, get back here!
Yes! I'm over here! There's a butterfly!
O just sticks their head up out of a purple bush on the side of the path, and you just see, like, their head.
I'll give you another beetle if you stay on the path.
Okay, I will do that.
Until we get to Kovu.
But will you give me a reason to exist?
You're my friend, and you should exist. If she had
That is
facial
a reason,
muscles, Graham's
correct.
face would be twitching. One ocular cavity is just like blinking,
Yep.
shorting out.
And that feeling of being watched is still persisting.
I always feel like somebody's watching me.
As soon as O is closer, I leash them and give them a beetle.
Okay, that's enough to distract me, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Not noticing the leash anymore, only the beetle.
You get the beetle,
Crunch,
and like
crunch.
when you're done with the beetle, you look down and realize there's a rope around your waist, and you're just like, eh.
Yeah. So, Ram, I think that you know the string that goes to your heart? I can see it now. It's in real life.
I don't have a heart.
It's tied around me. Around
Oh.
me. I can yeah.
That one. Yep. Yep. Super
Yep.
important that you stay close so it doesn't break.
Start hopping around on the end of the rope.
Why would you lie to O?
I'm not lying.
Ram?
I'm not lying.
It will not break, for our friendship has multitudes and is impenetrable like my butthole.
What?
Elise? Are you okay?
My face hurts from crying.
Oh, for heaven's
Here, I
sake.
need help.
I don't have any spells to help with this right now.
I need you to take O, please.
Elise,
All
Elise,
right.
I think that if you
I'll take
have
the
a
rope.
fork, you will feel better. I feel better when I have a fork. Here.
I
It is
take
for
the
you.
fork and I cuddle it to my face.
Do you feel better?
I feel so much better, thank you all, and I go to, like, hug O tightly.
Great. I thought that would work. It did.
Great. So we should go then. Come on.
Okay, so Karini, you've got O's leash. O is like
Mhm.
just like zooming out in front of you.
I'm just dragging them behind.
So
No choice. Come on.
Yeah, we're
you guys
going.
walk another couple of hours until things start to look familiar to you. There were little green lanterns along the path
Mm.
that
Oh.
signified that you were getting close to Kovu's area.
I have seen these before. They were shiny then, and they are shiny now. And Kovu must be close by, I think. Someplace very, very close by. Oh, there's a butterfly over there.
Nope.
I should.
Beetle. I think
Where's
like,
the house?
after an hour of walking with O just on this leash, Ram would have jury-rigged like a beetle on a stick. Just wave in front of her to get her back on the path,
Oh boy.
and then like
That tracks.
gave them half a beetle so that they were still rewarded for doing the right thing.
They got the dopamine hit and kept going.
Yeah.
Excellent. Good.
To beat or not to beetle, that is the question.
As somebody who is very food motivated, this would work for me if I enjoyed beetles.
Have you tried beetles?
No,
Okay.
I feel like they would taste funny. But the crotch.
The crunch.
Well, anyways, as you walk, you follow these lanterns for a little bit, and you begin to hear the sounds of grumbling, and it's almost as if you can hear someone muttering to themselves or arguing with themselves or something, but you don't. What languages does everybody speak?
Oh, that's a good question.
Sylvan, Orin, and Common.
Celestial, Common, Primordial, and Sylvan.
Common, deep speech, elvish, primordial.
Common, celestial, dwarven, infernal, undercommon, yonti.
Okay, so those of you who speak Sylvan understand this. You can hear a very deep, rough, grumbling voice, and they seem to be arguing with somebody, but you can't quite make it out at the distance that you're at. But oh, you recognize that voice. That is definitely Kovu.
Kovu! Kovu! Where are you? It is me. Oh, I am back.
Arguing
I found my way back.
The arguing stops, and you kind of round a corner in the path, and there is like a branch that leads off, and the Green Lanterns lead into the forest a little bit. And you follow this a little bit, and there is a huge open space in the woods with a very large table that is set for high tea. And there is a very cranky looking bear seated in a huge chair at the end of the table. And he kind of looks at all of you as you approach. And Jer's in chat quoting Green Lantern. All right, we're good. You round the corner and you see this. And he kind of looks at you and he tilts his head a little bit. And you can see like it's taking him a second to remember. And
Do you remember me? I remember you.
And
I was
his voice
younger then.
His voice comes out in sort of a gruff, "Oh yes, you got stuck here. I remember you.
I
How
am
are
stuck
you?"
here again. I am good. I have been eating a lot of beetles today, and there are a lot of butterflies in the woods. I like them a lot. I eat them too.
He looks around at the table and then he looks at you again. He says, "You didn't eat my beetles, so it's not my fault you're stuck."
No, it is not you. Things are very strange today. We are in the wrong place. The sky.
Yes, everyone is in the wrong place.
The sky is strange. And
Mm,
we are strange. We are strange too.
When will my reflection show who I am inside? Elisa's staring into a tea saucer.
Granny cast silence.
Elisa's doing
Okay.
the full-on
You-
copywritten song perfectly,
you
I might
get-
add, because I am a wonderful singer.
did you get down off of Ram's shoulder to go over to the tea party?
Yeah.
Okay. So Ram, before you realize what's happening, Elise is at the table, staring into a teacup. Oh, you remember what happened the last time somebody ate from here?
Do not drink. No, Elise, no.
Elise, can you hear in silence or no?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't believe you can hear.
No.
Elise cannot hear what's going on right now.
So there's a screaming Kenku at the end. You don't hear them.
Out of character, is everybody okay if Elise does do a stupid thing and eat?
Go for it.
Okay, everybody's cool with it? I know there will be consequences, but I just think it's funny, the image of Emily of Cranny putting up the silence, oh warning, and screaming frantically, and Elise just singing and going to eat a piece of food. What kind of food is on the table, Artemis? Paint me a word picture.
Oh, the table is set very much like the Mad Hatter's tea in Alice in
Ooh.
Wonderland. Like, the stuff here, you don't recognize most of it. It looks amazing, whatever it is. There's little delicacies all over the table. Some of those weird little sandwiches that you get, at like proper English tea. And just everything here looks like vivid in color, and like the fruits that are on the different foods, everything is bright and shiny, so you understand how O ended up here the last time. And the rest of you, like, you see Elise at the table, but you also see that, like, in the other chairs around the table are what look to be teddy bears.
Oh no, are we
Daphne
gonna have to
dies a
kill
little
them?
inside.
I love teddy bears.
Are they having a
don't-
picnic?
What was that, Effie?
They're having a picnic, I guess. Yeah.
Elise
Sure looks like
goes
it.
and picks up what's the most non-peasant looking thing. Is there a smoister there by chance?
I don't know
my
what that
gosh.
is.
A s'more
Probably.
oyster.
Is it
a moister?
Oh, I thought it was
Oh.
like a moist oyster.
No,
like,
a s'more-
what?
s'more oyster.
Isn't that their usual state of being?
I know.
No, there's those fancy little 4-colored desserts
Oh, petite four?
that
Betty
Yeah.
Flores. Yeah.
Okay, I pick up a petite four and I put it in my delicious mouth. I mean, my mouth isn't delicious, but yes, you know what I mean. I have a fever right now in real life. You know what I mean?
Oh, stop.
No, wait, don't stop.
Oh,
Team Wilder.
you get there just too late.
Elise!
Like, knock it
no!
out. They can't hear you because of the silence spell. But
That won't stop me from talking, let me tell you.
you guys
no,
can
Elise,
see,
no!
you can see O is flailing around wildly, and Elise just takes a bite out of this.
On their Elise.
Maggie, roll me a D100, please.
Oh no.
Ooh, this is gonna be good.
Cabbage. Cabbage at
Wait,
least.
I did it wrong. Hold on. 29?
Roll me a D4.
Uh-oh.
4?
Okay. So you guys watch as normally Elise looks very pale skinned with the silver colored hair. Their skin begins to turn green. Their hair begins to turn a very, like, weird shade of teal. And they start to sort of almost like curl over the table a little bit. And Elise, your intelligence and your strength are decreased by 4 for 10 minutes.
What am I?
You still look like you just have green skin and weird hair.
Do I look like, the scene in Howl's Moving Castle where he's just like green slime?
Yes, pretty much that's what's going on right now.
Yes. That's one of my favorite scenes.
So
You guys
good.
can see Elise just like onto the table.
Feels so good. But it's in the silence, so it just looks like.
You just hear Kovu sigh really loudly.
I mean, we can only see your forehead, so it kind of tracks that you're bent over.
I am a professional.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's unfortunate.
Kovu kind of looks at all of you and says, "It'll wear off eventually.
Great.
Food here is not meant for those of you from the material plane."
We don't hear him because of the silence spell.
Oh, I guess. How big is the silent spell?
It's like 30 feet.
Okay, yeah, so it would cover the whole table. He just looks at all of you with this absolutely unamused look on his face.
20-foot radius sphere. Yeah. So it's large. Takes 10 minutes. Last 10 minutes, I should say.
He just sort of shakes his head, pushes the chair back, gets up and like steps out of the silent spell. What are you doing here? You can't hear him. Oh, you're still in the silent spell. You can't hear him.
Okay.
But Karani and Ram can.
I could drop it.
No, please don't.
You want to actually put me in silence, or
Why are we
I'll just say I don't know what's going on.
Well, we were supposed to be sent to a temple, but we didn't end
You're
up
here
there.
for the gathering, then.
Supposed to be,
Sure.
but we went through the gate and didn't end up where everybody else was.
These gates are unreliable at best.
Oh, I'm
A
aware.
relic of an old time.
I know.
Oh, good. Someone may have mentioned that beforehand. Pity
Well-
they didn't.
Well, I figured the people that were going through it, who originated from here, would have a better understanding than some wizard 2,300 years ago.
They are still the safest way to travel between places. Especially since the Feywild is in the wrong place. How we ended
Why?
up here, I don't know.
When did this
Good.
happen?
Was there an eclipse in your
Yes.
world?
But
As
that
best
was
we can tell, that's when it happened.
Oh. But it's been, for us, it's been like a
3
month,
months.
3 months.
Almost 3 months.
Dang.
Oh.
Okay, well. Is there a shortcut to get there then, before it's too late?
Not exactly a shortcut, but if that is where you are going, I can help. And he kind of looks over at O, and he says, "Where did you find her?"
It came through our tree.
What
Cottonwood.
tracks?
Mm.
Oh, okay. That makes even more sense then. Cottonwood is a good friend.
Ah. Well, figures. So, how do we get there?
I can get you a ride.
A ride. On what?
He like goes down onto all fours because at this point he's been on his back feet, but he goes down onto all fours and roars incredibly loudly. And a few minutes later, crashing through the brush, are several larger than what you would expect antelope.
Hmm.
And you all notice that they all have the same sort of swirl pattern that Reggie has, and Kovu has the same swirl pattern on his fur, but it is green versus the sort of purpley blue that Reggie has. Mom, that's cool. Can I do that too?
Maybe? I don't know.
You see him like looking at the table, and Elise.
Oh, no.
It's like bubbling at the mouth.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like
O is
foaming.
just like frantically hopping up and down on the table, and you can see that O is saying something, but there's no sound at all.
Have any
You
of
know,
you
like,
seen the
everyone-
original? Sorry, go ahead.
Like
Everyone's so grateful for that.
there's just like a high pitched like buzzing noise, like tinnitus sounds as Elise is just laying there bubbling.
Yeah, pretty much.
Did anybody see the original overboard?
Yeah.
Ba, 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 ba. That's
Yeah.
Elise right now.
Sad. Craney will just dismiss the spell then.
Suddenly, O, you can hear yourself, and you're like squawking at Elise.
You can hear just
Elise,
gurgling.
Elise, go! Oh, oh, you are blue and green. No, Ram, help!
I can't. There's literally nothing I can do. I'm not magical.
Can you
You're
walk?
magical to me. You're my friend.
Can you walk?
I am your friend.
Yeah, you
I hand-
got a friend.
I hand
in
Elise-
me.
I hand Elise a spoon.
I take
You will
the
you will
spoon.
feel better, Elise. Here.
Elise puts the spoon in their mouth. Just lays there, defeated.
Okay.
Are you sure I can't try that?
Yeah, I'm sure. Are these antelope gonna be able to carry me? I'm quite large and heavy.
You see one of them just sort of like bristles at that and looks incredibly proud of themselves.
I'm saying I'm big and fat. Relax. It's nothing to do with you.
Snort at you.
I'm sorry. Didn't mean to
Kovu
offend
says-
you.
Kovu says yes, they will be able to carry you.
Okay.
And he looks over at Elise and he says, that should wear off soon.
Oh, hi.
Okay. Thank you
Let's
for
go
your
then.
help, Kovu.
Hi, Govu.
course.
Ram,
It is
did you see the horse dog antelopes?
The ones that are right in front of me? Yes. Yes, I did see them.
They are
Horse
very
dogs.
big. I like them a lot.
I like you.
I like you too. Elise,
I like me.
you are blue and green now. It is not the same as usual.
It's not easy being green.
Oh my gosh. No.
yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, Kovu looks at all of you and he says, the duplicitous gods claim that they didn't bring us here. It's in a breach.
that?
It's a breach of the accords.
What?
Wait,
What?
bring who? Where?
He looks up at the sky and he says, "The gods. It's a breach of the Silver Accords for us to be here, but they claim they didn't do it.
Where's
Where?
here?
We are stuck in the Astral Sea.
Hmm.
What's that?
Are there fish here too? Elise likes to fish a lot.
He looks down at you, and just shakes his head. I have forgotten all of your questions.
Hmm.
Mm.
I have more questions for you, Kovu. Do not worry.
I wasn't worried.
Oh, don't worry about it. Forget about it.
The Astral Sea is beginning to consume the edges of the Feywild.
Why would it be doing that?
What the Astral Sea does
Well,
changes
that
what's
is
inside of it.
stop.
I imagine you know this well.
I do, but it's like you said against the Accords that it's happening.
Feywild shouldn't be here. If the Feywild was where it belonged, it would not be happening.
Well, how did that happen?
I don't know. That is beyond my knowledge. But the duplicitous gods say it wasn't them.
That is just what a duplicitous god would say if they were guilty.
Do you trust the
Okay.
divine council?
Never.
What about the Plicitous gods? Do they say anything?
Not recently. Everyone has been very quiet. I can see that they are talking to each other, and he looks up and you can see those blinking lights overhead are very clear.
Is that them?
I think so.
Huh.
Hmm.
How do we speak to them? Can we speak with them?
You probably wouldn't want to. They're dicks.
I penis.
Okay, Elise, time to go.
God. Oh God.
Elise
All right.
up and put them on the back of an antelope.
You just sort of droop against it.
Oozy Lees.
Yep.
Yes.
Penis
They-
potato.
Tomato.
No get of dictator. Penis potato.
If you are going to the gathering, he's just ignoring that now.
Same.
If you are going to the gathering, then I assume you know what she is.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I am concerned for her safety in
But
these
she's-
final moments.
Isn't she already dead?
She is not yet dead.
Oh. Hanging on by a thread then, huh?
This
She
is
has lived a
lovely.
long time.
Right. What would happen in her final moments to make you concerned?
If they killed her before she died naturally, they could use her.
Yes.
Oh,
They could use her to kill another god.
how do I know how that would happen?
No, actually, it was a very carefully guarded secret what happened to Ayun.
Oh, yeah, that. Okay.
The only thing that you know for sure is that all of the ones that are like her, all of the other hinds, were hunted to extinction.
Right. She's the last one.
Yes.
Okay.
The
And
final countdown.
while they needed while they needed the blood of many to do what was done to Ayun, the blood of one would probably be enough to finish off a wounded god.
And I know where Ayun is, or how to get to her.
You're pretty sure.
I don't know that I should go to this renewal thingy.
Why is that? There are others like you there.
I realize that there's probably other Warforged, yes. But not all of them know the things that I know.
Ram is the chosen one.
No,
Is that why your people were being hunted?
probably. Kind of puts everything together, really. You don't just throw out $10,000 or 10,000 gold bounties for funsies.
Be right back.
I'm not sure about a bounty, but rumors were that the sentinels that had found their way here were being hunted.
Perfect. Definitely not a trap we're walking into. Definitely not waylaid on purpose, because I'm fine.
Because
Everything's fine.
they just to not be there to protect her, that's why. Right? That's what you think.
That, but I also makes us more vulnerable because we're not around other people.
That
And
too.
my head case has the information that they need to find a certain someone. And if they use your lady against the lady that I know,
I gotcha.
yeah.
Then we should probably be going. Yeah?
Probably be best, yes.
Yeah.
There's no way to go faster than these.
They will surprise you.
Alright.
Cottonwood, as far as I can tell, has called the gathering to protect Syrah in the last of her moments. There's more at play here, but I'm not sure I'm the one that knows all of the information. Cottonwood might have a better idea.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Alright, let's get a wiggle on.
Yeah.
No point standing around waiting for
How long
Elise
will
to
it
stop
take us
being
on
a
these?
fat asparagus.
With these, you can make the journey in 2 days.
Definitely faster. Alright,
All
let's
right.
go. We go.
Okay, so you mount up, and after one last, after waves goodbye to Kovu, who just sort of like gives an exasperated snarl and goes back to his big chair.
I will miss
And-
you.
Right. He just sips a giant mug of tea, sets it down,
Hello, horse dog.
and
We should go.
and
Pats.
with that, you are off. And these things move fast. Like, you can see why he sent for them.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
How did you secure Elise to them? Or did you just put Elise on them?
Well, you were only in a sad asparagus for like 10 minutes.
Oh, was I fixed by the time that we left?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Like, you were just starting to sort of come back to yourself.
Like,
All
as
the-
I start perking up, I'm like, hey guys,
Yeah, pretty much.
I feel a lot
Peeks over the
better.
side of the horse dog.
Yep. So the first day of travel, you basically spend watching the forest around you just fly by. You are moving so fast that you can't really see what's going on around you. Yeah, pretty much. But towards the end of the day, you can tell, like, towards the end of, you're not really sure how long, but towards the end of that first day, you have definitely covered some distance. It's hard to judge, really, because everything sort of looks the same. But they come to a stop in a small clearing in the heart of the woods, and sort of settle down a little bit and allow you to get down.
I put the bubble up. Am I able to make the bubble big enough for them to be in, or are they too big?
They're too big.
Okay.
But they stay nearby. There's a small stream that they have stopped at, and they're able to get water, and you can't understand them, but they seem to be intelligent.
Can any of
So-
us understand them?
Those of you who speak primordial,
Yeah, what are they saying?
they're basically just talking, like, rumors of things that they've heard, or things about the gathering that's coming up. They didn't think that they were going to be going, but now apparently they are, and there's been rumors for days that something big is going on. And one of them says that it is a tragedy to lose the last of anything. So
I
they're
asked
concerned.
I used via our telepathy what that means.
Ask who?
On the party.
I can just reiterate what Kofu said. That she's the last hind.
Yeah.
And Craney, with you and Aster, between the two of you, like, you would know that it's much like the loss of a species of an animal. For that to be completely wiped out is a tragedy of an epic proportion.
Yeah.
And the fact that this is happening now, the timing of it and everything, with everything that's been going on, it feels
Significant.
heavy. Yes, it feels heavy.
Okay. Are
Like,
we
does it
doing
feel like-
watches or?
I watch all the time.
But who
Bee Boop
watches
does
the
too.
ram?
Bee Boop.
Ooh, watches the watcher.
Bee Boop watches the ram.
I asked
Um,
the beast in Primordial, you want me to like brush out your fur? And that's like the first time I speak in
Aw.
Primordial to them. I'm like,
They all sort of stop and look at you, and they kind of the one of them that is sort of what you kind of gather is like the in charge of the herd kind of looks at you and says, "What a kind offer. I accept."
Wash them beautifully.
Okay.
They shine.
Yes. You
And
can
I
see that
asked
they
them-
all look very happy afterwards.
Yeah, I'm like, we have to look good if we're going to the ritual.
I agree.
Ram, you want buffed?
No.
Okay.
Thanks, though.
Grady, you want your horns buffed?
I don't have horns.
I thought you did.
No.
I thought Cranny had horns out of character. That's my bad then. You want
Brady
your
just
meat
like
on
touches
the
her head. Oh fuck, where'd they come from?
Oh, you want your
Suddenly
meat
in the
on-
Feywild, I have horns.
No. Inspired by Elise. I'm actually cleaning now.
Yeah.
Cleaning all my feathers with my beak, trying to look pretty. I will be shiny. Do not worry, Elise. I've got this.
Reggie, like, who has been with B-Boot pretty much this whole time, like, comes over by you, Ram, and hands you his tool belt, which, for some reason, has grown with him. So it's like,
logic.
yeah, exactly. He hands you his tool belt, and he says, "I'll be right back, Mom."
Where are
And
you going?
he wanders off to where the stream is and takes a bath and comes back.
Okay.
He looks like he even, like, combs out his fur.
Good job, Eddie.
Thanks, Mom. I don't fit in my bed.
No. But I pull out my sewing bag. Kind of like move the yarn
Aw.
balls around. There you go, buddy.
He hops in there like a kangaroo baby. His little tail just sticking out.
Yeah. Just
Pretty
stuffed
soon
tail.
he's snoring.
Yeah.
If he doesn't grow to the size of a gnome, I'll be very disappointed.
How are the cloaks
No
coming
rat.
along, by the way?
I have 1.5 done.
Yeah.
As of
Okay.
before tonight.
Okay. I'm going to start an infusion on one of them. To start making it into a cloak of protection. I think that was what I had. 1 second here. Action.
Only Ram's wearing 3 cloaks.
Sorry, it's just taking a minute here. Anyways, I'll start working on that tonight so that we have at least one. Yeah, cloak of protection. That's right.
So yeah,
Yep.
you when you're done, taking care of your feathers, you begin to work on this and spend a few hours working on this cloak as Ram is knitting another one.
Mm.
And the rest of you are settling in.
I'm gonna cast divination.
Okay.
Oh, and I have to have some kind of sacrificial offering. What do
Holy-
I have spoons. If you need some.
I think I'll. I have several things in my traveling garden.
Okay.
And I'll just pull out anything that looks like it's got a glow to it.
Well, you have some of those mushrooms growing in there.
Yeah. And just kind of like
They look
arrange
extra
them.
glowy here in the Feywild.
Suddenly you have a Kenku at your elbow.
Yeah. They've got like the big anime eyes going on with the little
Um,
Little
sparkles.
sparkle.
Ram, you're just watching all of this happen.
And I'm just going to ask, because I can ask a question.
Yep.
A single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days.
Mhm.
So I will start to cast it. My eyes get that like golden, like, ooh, I'm an oracle kind of looking thing that they do in cartoons. Or like when he goes into the Avatar state in Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah. I was just sitting there like fascinated. This is the first time O
Rolling
has
eyes.
sat still all day.
And I would like to ask the Everlight if the gathering will be attacked so they can try to use Asira against Ioun, basically.
Okay. So as this ritual completes, you feel that warmth wash over you. The night has been kind of cold here, considering, and you are suddenly warm, and there's light all around you, and you can't see her, but you can feel her. And the Everlight whispers to you, I am afraid so. The omens have been terrible. If they get their hands on her blood, there will be no stopping them.
I think after that, Craney's just gonna go to sleep.
The ritual ends and Karini comes back to herself. And Ram, you in particularly, because you're keeping watch, you notice like there is a heaviness on Karini's shoulders.
Hey,
Hmm.
you okay?
You are right. It's a trap. We have to make sure they don't get her. Get her blood, specifically.
There is one way we can ensure that they won't.
Yeah.
And I don't want you to be mad at me for suggesting it.
I'm not. I have something I can do if we can hold them off long enough.
What's that?
There's a special funeral. They can't use her, you know.
How long would you need?
Takes I think it takes an hour. Yeah.
It's the one that we talked about earlier, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Ceremony?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Or
it's
I
an hour.
mean, and technically that it protects her from becoming undead. But I wonder if part of the funeral shouldn't be a pyre of some sort.
Well, it would make sure that, blood remains.
Would be gone. Yeah. That's true. Hang on, let me look. This is just radiant damage.
She's still alive when we get there. We might have to hurry it along.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. I'll do it. You don't have to. You won't even have to be in the room. But if they're coming and you know for sure now, I don't think we can wait.
No. Okay. And I'll just go into a tent.
Sorry.
I have to check something. Check the wording on something.
Oh, if
Well, the DM is buffering. Go check out Canadian Dice. You can use the code VIVACTAIR, all one word, at checkout to get 15% off of your dice order.
Especially the espresso dice, Maggie's dice pick of the week.
Yes, espresso.
What would you have named them, Affy?
Espresso. How it's actually spelled. Hydrate.
Oh.
And posture check. Gremlins. Maggie, that doesn't mean lie down.
Nice one, Maggie.
Okay, so
there are. I have other spells that could help with certain things, but
Is it a posture check if my posture is on the floor?
I think that's a sploot check. It's not the same thing. I mean, we could probably add it, but
so as the night settles in and everybody goes to sleep, Ram, you cannot shake that feeling of being watched.
Yeah. It's my favorite thing. I love being watched. Definitely
While
an
you're knitting.
exhibitionist. While I'm knitting.
You had mentioned that your anxiety when you arrived was even extra, and with the heightened senses here, you have a hard time sitting still as it is. It's even worse. It's almost impossible to focus on what you're doing.
I get really frustrated with myself after I have to redo an entire line.
Relatable.
Eventually, when you shut down for the night, you are able to get your 4 hours of rest, but it is very uneasy, and you're not used to dreaming, but you dream of jumping through gates and places that made no sense and times long ago. Rainy, you dream of home. You dream of your family. You dream of fire. You dream of everything you know and love burning as you are powerless to watch. Elise, you dream of sand and your mother. You dream of your family when you were young and how it was split apart. Oh, you have uneasy dreams of being lost, never being able to find your way home, never being able to find your own rook again. Master seems to have bad dreams as well. And in the morning, everybody wakes up still very tired. Not exhausted, but still very tired. And that's a good place to take our break.
All right, we'll be back.
Jerry!
I'm Effie the DM, and this is the Vactair. If you know, you know.
I swear naturally. But if I have to think about it, I can't. I can't just work the words in. Shit fuck.
Could you just give them a bowl of lube and we can just get it to go? I don't know at this point what to say or to do.
A bowl of lube.
They make it in flavors.
I will cast guidance on your penis. There you go. Pat pat.
What if we go find a plant, 2 plants that you connect with, and then we don't just go pick them, but you connect with them, you know?
We'll find a shrubbery. Make sure it's nice and not too expensive.
Me.
I like gloop
to be right beside her face.
Move so I'm real close to them,
Ooh,
just in case
like this?
something happens.
What can I do to help you?
I feel like I'm on some psychedelics.
If you're a new DM or even maybe an
Don't
experienced
play with
DM,
us.
you're clearly witnessing DM failure here. Clearly. Engage
I try
your
to move
players.
my piece,
Keep them
I move the
interested
whole
in your
map.
game.
You have feelings and we're friends. You have feelings and we're friends. You have feelings and you're friends.
Don't you make this a pull door because I'll lose my fucking mind.
If I just try to open the door, does it open?
It opens out.
I mean, I'm sure you would have gotten there eventually, but...
Did he go?
Well, I don't know why I learned this spell. So,
Flailing around like one of those inflatable tube guys.
no, oh no!
The wacky flailing flailing arm 2-man.
I don't see you wiggling, motherfuckers. Wiggle.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
I only wiggle when I want to wiggle.
I'm Jason.
You want to wiggle right now?
I imagine duality's wiggling.
You went really deep, man. It's not supposed to be deep tissue.
Your ass was mesmerizing.
You just need to put the tip of the needle in.
Just the tip, just for a second.
I won't be able to sit for a week.
Well, I don't feel comfortable sharing some of the naughty bathroom things I know how to do with a bunch of children. But...
Why?
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Ask your ghost parents.
Oh god, my husband was here for all that. You cast this spell and the sky
Go
above
watch my
begins to
face now.
swirl into this butthole.
They in circles around you, do 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 do. And he's saying this out loud too. He's making his own music that he's dancing to. Do 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 bigly, bigly. Do 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 do.
I will not soon recover from this. I have never wanted the death of someone more than right now. Keisha, it was a good fucking game, but I fucking hate Brie. Fucking hate her. I fucking hate her.
No, you don't. You love me.
I do.
When one warforged loves another warforged very much.
I see you, our one true king. We stand Brendan Fraser on this channel. We don't care what time it was. We don't care what his body type is. We stand Brendan Fraser.
Do you hear that, Jeremy? Do you hear that, Jeremy? Go fuck yourself, Jeremy.
Wolf anthros are adorable.
I'm gonna say, while you guys are talking, the camera pans out to the lobby, and everybody in the lobby can see that Sheriff is talking to somebody in that office. Not sure who. They're very chatty back and forth, though. For both the Reverend and Jesse, you immediately pick up on a couple things. Not everybody in this town is particularly
Don't feed the babies lead paint, coward.
They don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming.
Somebody.
Somebody.
Paint pants.
We should go to that family and then see if we can appeal to them. Is that the word I want?
I think it's begging.
We could threaten them with knives.
Oh, okay.
Or
So
we
we have
could
many
just
options.
ask. Good idea. Let's threaten them with knives. Just tell them that I murdered the entire family minus one. It'll be fine. What could go wrong?
Nope.
I once ran into a Spanish beaver. Interestingly enough, there is no such thing as a Brazilian beaver.
I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map.
Yep, pretty much.
What? You sounded like you were grapefruiting your man. You know, but he loves the video.
I'm just gonna go now. What's that? You need me? Okay.
Does this mean we win? Does this mean we won D&D?
I never want to leave here.
Thank you.
Threaten to send her to your husband because I'm like, I'm just done with this cat.
Put her in the mail.
We're back.
Well, that was fun. All right, so you have completed the first day. You probably have about a day's left worth of travel before you arrive at the temple where Karini's person is, village leader, former village leader.
Yes.
And yeah, so morning comes and everybody is tired. Everybody had bad dreams, even Ram. And Ram, you notice even Reggie seemed to have bad dreams.
You okay, bud?
He kind of sits up in the bag that you had set aside for him, and he kind of looks at you, and like you can tell he didn't sleep good. And he's like, "Yeah, Mama, I dreamed about when I lost my tail."
I'm sorry, that was not a good day.
No. Why
It's
did he have
okay.
to be so mean?
Because he was an asshole.
Yeah. I don't want to be like that, Mom.
That's good, because if you were, I'd smack you upside the head.
That would hurt.
Yeah, it would.
Instant death.
I've seen you smack a lot of things, and it's never good.
Exactly. So be good.
Okay, Mama, I'm too tired to be bad today anyways.
Okay.
He just like sits on Bee-Boop sadly.
Sploots out.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh.
Bee-Boop does his nervous pangolin thing. The antelope are awake, and Elise sort of translates for you that they're ready to go when you are. And you can, if there's anything you need to do in the morning, or if you have spells you need to pick out or anything like that, now would be the time.
Would the cloak be done by now, presumably?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you would presumably be able to get that done.
Who has the lowest AC among us right now?
Maybe Elise? Or me?
Aster has an AC 14.
Oh, Aster.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then I hop up to Aster and I'm like, Aster, Ram, and we made you a thing, and it will help to keep you safe. Here. And I hand her a cloak of protection to keep her ready for our day.
She puts it on.
Elise's AC is 15, so yeah, I'm assuming Aster's is the lowest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you said it's a cloak of protection?
I already had that.
Cloak of
We're good.
Did you? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
God.
So efficient, all of you. Yay.
I know. You're good. You're good. You just do it so much faster than I do.
I
You're
just
good,
know
sweetie.
what I'm
Type. All right.
Like I don't know my way around fantasy grounds that well, so
I'm assuming, based on what he told us, we should get there by the end of the day today, yeah? Great.
most likely.
Right, we should go prepare for, I don't know, an ambush.
Like you do.
Well, and have a very frank discussion with Cottonwood and whoever is her keeper right now, if it's not Cottonwood.
Yeah.
Do you have like a warding bubble or something like that?
A what?
Like a wardy ward?
No?
Okay.
Oh, but I do need to roll my dice for today. Okay.
Decent spread.
Yeah.
All right. So you all mount up again, and the antelope take off again through the woods. And it's about maybe 2 hours or so into the journey that the landscape begins to change. The forest begins to get less and less, and you begin to see mushrooms growing all sort of along the ground. They start out very small, but they glow like you've seen these mushrooms before. You've never seen this many of them before, but you've seen them before. And as the day goes on, the trees get less and less, and the mushrooms get more and more, and the mushrooms get bigger. And by the end of, like, what would be midday, the mushrooms are so tall that they're probably over Ram's head. And they seem like they're only going to keep getting bigger as you go.
Offensive.
Suddenly Ram has an even worse height complex.
I'm fine. Everything's fine. Definitely not freaking out about nothing.
Yep, it's fine. All of your emotions are not heightened or anything.
Nope.
And oh, you recognize these? You've been through here before. When Cottonwood sort of brought you this way last time.
I remember these mushrooms. They were this big, maybe a little smaller, but mostly this big before they glowed like they do now. Very pretty.
You learned the hard way not to eat them.
I ate them. I should not have eaten them. Do not eat them, everybody. Do not.
Okay.
Okay.
There you go. All right. So, yeah, as the day sort of goes on, the landscape, the trees disappear completely, and it's just these giant mushrooms. And with the twilight and everything overhead, and the light from the stars and that sort of thing, it's hauntingly beautiful here. The Feywild has a reputation for being all brightly colored and beautiful and all of these things, but this sort of shows you another side of the Feywild, where there is still beauty in this, but it's a different kind of beauty. And the antelope make their way through, sort of bouncing between the pathways, and you begin to see signs of other beings. And eventually you do go past a couple of treants that these ones don't look familiar. They're not the same ones that you've seen, but they are headed in deeper into this sort of mushroom forest.
Okay.
And you begin to see more and more people as you approach. And eventually you start to see what looks to be a small grove coming up ahead with a stone building that is covered in ivy that glows this sort of teal color. And it's got stained glass windows, and there is a hum in the air of, you're not sure if it's excitement or nerves or something, but it's almost like palpable. You can almost taste it as you go. Even Ram, who doesn't taste things, something feels weird as you approach this temple. And you begin to see signs of Melora's symbol on this temple as you approach, and sort of making a perimeter almost. You see some more of those guardians that you saw at the Salmaline tree. You see several more of them also riding on displacer beasts. And you see other beings here, mostly it seems like the majority of the things that have come here are treants. Ram, you remember when Salmaline was sort of healing the world, he had sent many of these out into the world to go regrow the forest. You're pretty sure that some of these are the ones you saw then. They look like they are old enough or grown enough to maybe be them.
Okay. I don't
And
say anything. I mean, I didn't really know them.
Last time you saw them, they were like a foot tall.
Yeah. That too.
They were seedlings the last time you saw them, for the most part.
Seedlings, baby trees.
Little baby trees.
Little baby trees. And as you all sort of approach, the guards see you coming, but they also sort of take note of what you're riding. And they don't, like, they hold their weapons, but they don't necessarily, like, point them at you, but they watch you cautiously as you approach.
I scowl at them. Clearly this was their fault.
Scowl back.
Nice job with the gate there, geniuses.
These are not the same ones that you saw, but they're like,
well, then never mind.
They're of the same sort of like type.
Oh, okay. Then I don't say that.
I do. Nice job with the gate, geniuses.
One of them, who is very clearly in charge, sort of sets the staff that she's got, butt end into the ground, and looks at you, and she says, "You know as well as I do that those things don't work as well as they're supposed to."
Did anybody else get waylaid on their way here?
Well, people have been straggling in for days. I would assume so. Who are you?
None of your goddamn business.
As if you want to see the mistress.
I'm O. Hello.
Rainy just walks, gets down off her thing and walks right past them.
You start to, and they cross their stabs in front of you.
I pull out Event Horizon.
I'll
get
use
ready.
Word of Radiance on them.
Oh, shit.
You're attacking them?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Hold the phone.
I'm right behind Granny.
They have to make a con save. If they're within 5 feet of me.
Well, one of them rolled a natural 20. The other one rolled a 3.
Perfect.
Someone is going to pay.
Rainy.
Hold on. Oh, this should be a 3 now. 3d6? How do I... Well...
I'll fix it on your sheet.
Another d6.
Nice. So 20 damage on a cantrip to that one person. It's radiant damage. And then I'll look at the one who saved and I'll just say, she don't belong to any of you more than she belongs to me. So move.
The one who seems like they're in charge comes up between the two that have sort of blocked your path and moves their stabs apart and sort of stands in front of you, Karani, and she says, "Who exactly are you?"
Why does that matter to you? You're all in danger here. You might as well be looking for someone who is actually looking to hurt her. Because we're about to be ambushed at some point. So stay on your toes for actual danger. Meanwhile, I'm going in there.
We've been attacked already. A few
Wonderful.
times.
Further proof.
They're just checking your defenses. Trying to find the weak points.
I agree.
Who attacked you?
Shadow creatures.
We're going in now. Move.
Make sure you tell Cottonwood.
I planned on it.
She steps aside.
I just go in.
So
this is mean Karani.
Karani and her villain era.
Yeah.
Like fanning myself on my way by.
This is pacifist Karani who doesn't try to hurt anyone, even if they're actively attacking. Who just did 20 damage to someone who tried to stop her from walking in the room. Okay, I'm fine.
Everything's fine.
It's
You're
fine.
Totally fine.
Everything's totally
on
fine.
fire.
Yeah, what could possibly go wrong? It's fine.
Hang on.
So you all walk into the front doors are slightly ajar.
I thought they were doors.
Look at that joke. Such a bad joke.
Time for the get out gif.
I think you actually stunned Artemis. Like
the thing,
stunned condition.
Bree complains about jokes like that all the time and then does shit like that. So it's like I don't even no, you no. Just no.
Just no.
Classic do as I say.
Yeah.
So I have a map for you.
No, we don't need one of those.
A map.
As you walk in,
I don't know what that sound was. I'm so sorry.
That's the I don't want to look at a map sound.
As you walk in, the first thing that you notice is there is a fountain in a chamber to the left that the water that runs within it is silver in color. And then in the room to the right, there's a circle of mushrooms. Oh, you remember these. You've seen these before.
Are they glowing?
These ones are not glowing at the moment.
Okay. Have I been in this temple before?
Very briefly.
Hmm.
You came here with Cottonwood They had to drop something off, and then they shoved you through a tree.
Like you do. Fair enough.
Yeah.
My
And
preferred method of travel.
you step inside, and it is the feeling in here is reverent in a way that none of you have ever felt before, except for maybe Ram, because you have stood in the presence of literal gods before. This place has that similar feeling to it. There is something that you just can't place in the air here, something beyond. And you see a long hallway with stone statues to either side. And at the very end, there is a sarcophagus that is adorned in flowers and plants and has a sort of mystic glow to it almost. And you can see Cottonwood sort of walking back and forth, almost muttering to themselves.
Cottonwoods!
They stop when they hear "oh," turn their head. "Oh, it's about time you lot got here. I was beginning to get worried."
We got waylaid going through the gate.
Yeah,
that'll
lost.
happen. I'm sorry, Oh. I know how that is for you.
I am lost every time I find you. I am lost.
You're not lost. You got your friends.
Yes, this is true. Thank you for helping me find friends.
Glad that they kept you. I was a little worried that they weren't gonna.
Not everyone wants to keep me, but some people do sometimes. I was tied to Ram earlier. They wanted to keep me. That's why they tied me to them.
Cottonwood looks at you, Ram, just amused.
Yeah. Don't ask.
I wasn't gonna, but
Yeah, you
alright.
Yeah, you were.
Well, come on in.
We have important business, Cottonwood. Very important.
So it would seem. I was hoping you'd get my clues. That you were on the right path.
Yes, please be a little more convoluted next time.
I couldn't just put them out anywhere where anybody could find them. If you were looking for what I thought you were looking for, it wasn't safe. If you're looking for them, everybody's looking for them.
I
You
know.
have at least one of them already.
We have more than we should in the same space.
Yeah. And then they kind of get a funny look on their face and start like making a beeline right at Ram. And they walk up, and just when you think that they're about to like say something to you, they sidestep, reach up into the air and go like that. And that feeling of being watched disappears.
Yeah, that makes sense. Fucking scrying orbs.
The fourth one I've gotten rid of today.
You wouldn't happen to have any sort of, like, protection against theming or scrying? Other than just flicking it?
Only for myself.
Okay.
Might be pretty powerful, but I'm not that powerful. Or not powerful in that way, at least.
I get it.
Maybe your little friend here, and she looks at Oh. Maybe they can learn.
Maybe I can learn.
You certainly are a
Maybe you
clever
can.
bird, that's for sure.
Some days I am clever. Other days, not so much. It is okay though.
So, follow-up question. Where can we talk privately without being spied on?
You want to see her first?
Yes.
She already gone?
No. Annie, you will find her much altered.
Come on. Walk.
Yeah,
Cranny's
so they
doing a lot of
lead
like
you-
charging ahead lately.
They lead you up to this sort of far, like in the far right cubby up there, where there should have been a statue. There's actually like what looks to be a resting area set up, and you can see curled up there, is Asira. She sort of picks her head up, looks at you. Oh, little Cranny. So good to see you. I was hoping you would come. Conwood said you would.
That was the plan. Went too
Been
fast.
some time.
Yeah.
Time moves differently here.
How long has it been here?
It's difficult to say for sure, but about 9 months, 8 between or so. Maybe almost 10.
That's more than we've had, right?
Yeah, it's been like 3 for you guys.
Yeah. Yeah. Too fast. Oh well. Now we have to prepare for something else.
Always
Unless-
something to prepare for.
Can I ask you something uncomfortable?
Of course.
If it came down to it, would you prefer to go in a way that would keep them from getting what they're after?
Up to this point, her eyes had been slightly glossy and unfocused, and she looks at you now, and you recognize that sort of intense look that she had when she was back in your village. The village leader.
Mm-hmm.
And she looks at you and she says, "You know I would."
And if necessary, we will do that.
Thank you. I can't ask Cottonwood to do it. My blood would be
No.
toxic.
Oh. What? Really?
Cottonwood, yeah.
Suppose I should know that.
Not what she seems. Though
No, I
I'm
know.
guessing you figured that out.
Yeah.
My cat is chewing on my ponytail.
Can see her.
Cue Beastie Boys sabotage now.
Pasta. Cut it out, dude. Don't you know we're trying to have a serious moment?
I think that's why she's doing it.
She's
Like,
like, no,
lighten up,
serious.
everyone.
Only silly.
Only silly. And you've never seen this person before, and I'm gonna push that image out to you here in a second. But you've seen dryads before, tree spirits and that sort of thing, but you've never seen anything like this. And where did my fucking picture go?
Where
All this
did
stuff,
my
like
fucking picture go?
I had all this stuff pinned, and then I moved it, and it disappeared on me. Here it is.
Rude.
Here we go.
Okay. Nice.
And this one looks old, very old. And Karini, you're used to her having, yes, she had some age to her, but she always had a sort of bark to her, even when she was getting ready to leave. And now it's come to it where she can barely even hold her head up. She's so far gone at this point. And she looks at all of you and she says, if they get my blood, I don't think we can stop them.
They won't.
Cottonwood tells me that we're in the astral sea somewhere.
Allegedly.
It makes sense that they pulled it here.
How come?
You think on purpose?
Yes. Easier to get to me. They cannot act directly, but if they send their agents, it's easier here on this side. Magic works differently here. They are still bound by the Accords, so they cannot move in direct conflict of that. And unfortunately, it ties the Divine Council's hands too. If they make a move, it could be seen as a breach. And well, the Accords were written in the plane of law. They are absolute. I feel like Ram just does that.
Like, standing in the background going, "Ah."
You scoff.
I'm not scoffing. I'm thoroughly annoyed that you all put so much stock in some words on some astral fucking celestial piece of paper when obviously somebody did something to fuck with that. That's why we're here. And last I checked, I don't know any mortal that would be able to accomplish this. So obviously it was a god.
That is true, but there is no proof. They were careful, whoever they were.
Bullshit. Astera, it's bullshit.
Perhaps. But for now, we must play along. I almost said the game and I just lost. Fucking hell.
God damn it.
You know?
I see you.
We kill Astera right now.
Yeah.
The axe comes out.
Let me just help you with that. Okay, so question then. If that's the case, how do we get this back to where it's supposed to be?
That is beyond my knowledge.
Right.
Do you know? Would know how
She just
to do
points
that?
at the sky. I would ask them.
But that would be considered interacting and interfering.
We are on this side of the gate.
But it was written in the plane of law.
You know as well as I do, there are always loopholes.
Of course there are. Why do you think I'm here?
Yes, my mental friend, you are the ultimate loophole.
Sorry, I know you're dying. I'm just a sassy pants.
You don't wear pants.
Shit.
They do sometimes.
Only when I go to places where I have to wear them.
Chair.
Wow.
Rude.
I'm undamaged, so it doesn't work.
All right, well, what's the plan then? Because I don't necessarily have a mind for strategy.
May I
Well,
speak plainly? Because I haven't been doing that this entire time.
Right? Just, you already say what you want to say. Do it some more, I guess. Feel free.
Well, I didn't want to come off as
Murdering.
uncaring and murdery. But Astera, you're dying.
that is true.
We need to hurry that along.
Okay.
Your blood is what could kill Ayun all the way. But if there's no blood, there's nothing we can do about it.
Understand.
So, I hope you're okay with a cremation.
That is what it takes.
I've never had to ask
You do
for...
it.
Me?
And you take a life so easily. I know what you were built for,
said
but
it
you were
was-
never given a choice.
I never said it was easy. There's nothing easy about it. But logically and thinking of everyone versus one person. If they get their hands on your blood, it's over.
I understand.
And no, it won't be easy. Nothing about it that's easy.
Good. Then I don't need to worry about your soul.
That already has its own final destination. One more is not going to change that.
You may be surprised.
I know what I've done.
Well, I will not stop you, but please let me speak with Karani. Come, child. Sit with me.
Just go sit down. Across from her. Or in front of her.
I pick up everyone else so that they don't try to stick around.
Do you mean me?
Everyone. Cottonwood, take me to the captain of those bitches on Displacer Beasts. We have to put a plan in place.
So Cottonwood says, right this way, and leads you and everybody else back out sort of the way that you came. We'll come back to that in a second here. Granny, she sits and she looks at you. For a moment, she considers you. You have changed so much since you left the village.
That's true.
You seem angry.
Yeah. It's only
Why?
been 3 months for me.
Death comes for us all. It is
Sure.
the one thing none of us can escape.
I know that. We can fiddle with it a little. Sometimes.
You know as well as I do that can be dangerous. The path that can lead you on.
But necessary. When one considers the bigger stakes.
Fair. When this is all over, what will you do?
Suppose it depends on how it ends. Don't really know.
Will you return home?
Maybe. Probably.
Well, should you decide that you're going to go back, Haste has instructions to give you the ritual.
Shouldn't there be somebody else for that?
You have, since you were small, always had that urge to leave. You wandered through the gate more than once.
What? Really? I thought it was just the one.
The one that you remember, maybe.
Ooh.
The journey does funny things to people's memories. Ask your parents sometime.
All right.
There is no one I can think of that can lead our people better than you.
I don't know if we could get Cottonwood to stay in one place. Maybe. Probably
I would
wouldn't
hate
work.
to see what Kinnavistra would look like with Cottonwood in charge. There would be apple trees everywhere.
That's true. Okay.
You've always been unsure of yourself. It is why I sent you out in the first place. I believe in you.
That's all I need then.
Do not be sad for me. I have lived a good long life.
No,
I have
know.
I have watched the village grow. I've watched you grow.
Don't tell anyone how old I am.
I wouldn't dare.
I know that there's like, I mean, there's a pattern to it all. Still sucks.
Yes.
I'm worried. I mean, I want you to be able to have a natural end. And then we won't have to worry about all this other stuff. I don't know that will happen. But we'll try anyway. See if it sticks.
Yes.
And if not, I've prepared for that too.
Of course you have. I am so proud of you.
Thanks.
She kind of settles in against like the cushions that are behind her. And she says, "Do not let your heart be troubled. I am the last of my kind. I go to join my family again."
Yeah.
Sort of pats your hand. You can feel just how cold she is. Stay with me for a little bit.
Okay. I'm keeping my ears open the whole time for like.
Yeah, sounds.
Anyway, you know, like when deer do that, like.
Yes.
That's crazy.
She settles in and goes to sleep. And she closes her eyes. And you are pretty sure she will never open them again. Those of you that are outside, Cottonwood leads you back to the same person that you just sort of ran into, and introduces you to Aaliyah, and says, "Well, these lot are gonna be helping. What have you got up your sleeve?"
I don't wear sleeves.
Here.
But what are we working with?
We've got about 35 treants and a half dozen warriors, and you lot.
Okay. So if the treants are going to make a hedge around the temple and do a kick line, essentially. Anything comes close, they kick.
Is it possible that something is already here that we do not yet know about? Should we check?
Entirely possible. When was the temple cleared?
We've been here for quite a while.
That doesn't answer my question. When was it cleared?
We've been here for about 7 months now. It took us a little while to get here.
And when was the last time you did a sweep?
Leah looks and she says, I do sweeps every day as best as I can.
What does that even mean?
Found that I do sweeps every day.
As best as
We
you
found...
can?
Look, my warriors are trained, okay? They've gotten rid of all of the spies that we found. But I don't doubt that they know that we're here.
Well, I can guarantee you they know we're here. They've already made inroads to try and test your defenses.
Send little imps a lot. Things that have no business being in the Feywild.
We're not in the Feywild anymore, sweetheart.
It's true. Lots of things that empty into the astral sea.
So, I ask, what am I working with? Who do you trust?
Well, Phixius is out with the treants that are on patrol right now. I would trust him.
Okay.
He's a local, but invested in his home being safe.
The local to the sea or the Feywild?
A local to the Feywild.
Okay.
And my second in command, she's definitely on my trust list. Some of the other warriors I haven't known as long, but we can't be too picky.
We can be
what we've got.
Extremely picky.
Now that you're here, sure. I think we're running out of time.
She's going to die today. We need to
You
be
see
ready.
Cottonwood has ears similar to what Karini has, and you just see them sort of droop.
Regards. The people you trust the most. Create a pyre. As close to the temple as you can make it. Inside if you can.
I think that can be done.
Up to it then, Captain.
Okay. And as you are sort of giving out instructions, you begin to hear the thundering of footsteps. And you turn around and you look. And at first you think it's a snake with legs. But it's massive. And sort of skids to a halt in front of you. And I'm going to push this picture out to you guys.
Front door?
No.
It's cool.
Skids to a halt in front of you, and both Cottonwood and Ilya are immediately on alert. Kixa, what's wrong? And he looks down at all of you, and he's huge. I mean, he is a big guy. And he looks down at all of you, and he says, they are coming. And that's where we're going to end for the night.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we are. Just for the pod, what does Kister look like?
Well, Kixa is basically a snake that looks like a cobra, and he's got koi fish coloring to him. He's a being known as a koibra.
And he has an excellent mustache.
He does. He has
Yes.
a wonderful mustache. He's beautiful.
Well groomed.
Extremely.
Out of curiosity, would we have noticed if this temple has been hallowed? Or is it just a building?
Maybe a
If it
religion
felt
check.
reverent when we came in.
Yeah.
Religion check?
Mm-hmm.
It was just careful application of prestidigitation and thaumaturgy.
Yeah. Yep.
That sort of in the
Yeah,
background.
I was gonna say we hear
all
angels
thaumaturgy.
Yep.
You said religion?
Yep.
Nice.
Roll me a religion check.
Actually, I'm gonna use my 16 so that I get a 23.
You think that at least one part of it has been down where the sarcophagus was?
Okay. Cool.
That area has been.
All right. Well, thanks for watching session with us and having fun, and definitely not plotting an innocent's murder. It's fine.
Fine.
Nothing to
What could
see
go
here.
wrong?
We're gonna go raid the Mind's Eye. He is one of the Vactier's co-streamers, and if you haven't given him a follow, definitely give him a follow. He has a wonderful voice. I would like him to read the phone book to me, but that is neither here nor there. So we will go raid his channel, and thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow morning for Together Among the Stars.
A reminder that next week we don't have Phixius because I will be in Canada.
Yay.
Oh crap.
Are you sure you don't want to DM from like right here?
I mean, I can.
Do you?
We'll see. We'll see.
We might have Phixius. We don't know yet.
I'm afraid.
Bye.
Bye.